Detroit Red Wings taking on the Ottawa Senators in the next game, up 59-60 on your rotation order. We've got the Ottawa Senators minus 140, home chalk, total of 5.5. Little shaded to the under here in this hockey game. Interesting one to look at. Dana's involved. Dana, Ottawa, Detroit. What's your bet here? What are you looking at?
Well, you know how when you're a kid and you're playing baseball, assuming you don't anymore, I can't even get out of bed, but you know, you used to put the weights on the end of the bat and swing it, and then you take it off, and it'd be much easier to swing. And I kind of think this is the same situation here, where you have Detroit coming off their win against the Arizona Coyotes, and that was easy to swing the bat. And now all of a sudden you've got to step up in class a little bit against the Ottawa Senators. And I think that there is a, you know, in just being as close to the game as I am, even on the collegiate level, you definitely see where, you know, there's a shift in the momentum, and there is a mood shift when you go from such contrast to a team that you think you should beat to a team that you're not sure that you can beat. And I think that we have that situation here. Even with the win against Arizona, I thought Arizona was the more physical of the two teams, which is not a big deal, because let's be honest. I mean, if you could say something about Arizona this year, they certainly have been physical. In fact, if you look at their hit stats, they're number one in the National Hockey League by far in those categories. And I thought that played out against the Wings as well. But what are you going to do now against the Ottawa Senators team that is 7th in the league in scoring, but they also play a physical brand of hockey? So, yes, you were better than Arizona as far as talent is concerned, but now you're facing a team that's equal in talent and also is a very physical team. And let's see if that you can respond to that. Ottawa has dropped 2 of their last 3. So what happens is everybody runs to the window and they overreact, which is good for us because I like Ottawa in this game. But the Senators are 5-2-5 on the season, but 2 of those games have been shootout losses early in the season. And by the way, one of those shootout losses was to the Red Wings, so we have a revenge factor in place as well. And then if you're going back and watch that game, yes, Ottawa lost the game 2-1 in a shootout, but at least 4 times, if not 5 times, they hit the post in that game. So they were right at it, and an inch here and an inch there. It could have been an easy 2 or 3 goal win for the Senators. Ottawa was out, of course, without Erik Karlsson in that game, so you have to figure that in as well. And Detroit just is not very good against the East. They're not very good against the Atlantic, and for those reasons, I have no interest in playing anything else except Ottawa, even though you do have to lay $1.38, $1.40, something like that. Shop for this number because it's a little bit higher. But if you have to side between these two teams, I don't want anything to do with Detroit.
Yeah, no argument. I mean, I think you're going to get Ottawa's best. They've lost 2 in a row, and that was an ugly showing against Montreal the other night, 8-3. There's not many times that you can say Montreal's embarrassed a team. They've mostly embarrassed themselves in a lot of games to this point, but they were able to embarrass the Ottawa Senators. That they give them credit for it. I mean, 8 goals. Erik Karlsson was -6 in that hockey game, and he was hounded about it after that loss, and there's probably the worst game of his career. You think the captain of the Ottawa Senators may have something to say about that tonight with his play on the ice? I would think so. I think it's a good bounce back spot here for Ottawa. It's right on the fringe of the price I don't like laying, but hey, I think it's still below -150, -140. That's a good side there as far as I'm concerned as well. Let's see who else is involved with the Ottawa-Detroit game. I don't think anyone is. Nope, that's it. So yeah, I agree with Dana Lane's lean there in that game. Ottawa, say that 10 times fast. Yeah, Ottawa laying the price makes sense here. Detroit, yeah, give them credit. I mean, Detroit's been surpassed my expectations so far a little bit. Played better hockey than I expected, but let's not forget they had lost 6 games in a row before their last 2 wins, and it was against Florida, who've been struggling without Luongo, and Arizona, you still have 1 win on the season. So let's calm down a little bit with the Detroit Red Wings. So, yeah, I think Ottawa, good situational bounce back side here.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.